What up, world? Welcome to an episode of BrandonJaneauShow. As you know, I am Brandon Janeau, and like always on all podcast platforms everywhere. BrandonJaneauShow. Social media platforms. Instagram threads, Brandon Janeau. Facebook, The Brandon Janeau Show. And of course, TikTok, Brandon Janeau Show. Go follow me on all social media platforms. Comment. Okay, these comments gotta make sense. I don't realize when I say comment how sometimes y'all just be saying shit and it just make me be like, what the fuck are y'all talking about? Your comments gotta make sense for me to like comment back. I try to comment back to everything, but some of y'all just be saying shit just to get a reaction. And I'm just like, I don't get it. I don't understand it. It's not that damn personal. It's not that damn it's just not that damn personal. And I just don't get it. But anyway, follow me on all those social media platforms. Yeah, follow me on all those social media platforms. Yeah, but really, where you go is the YouTube channel. Um, go there, follow me on the YouTube channel. It is very late here, but I decided to do something, and this is officially craziest shit on the planet. This is my 800th podcast episode. Yeah, sounds nuts. I know, but when you actually pay attention, I've been putting out 4 episodes, damn near 4, 5, 6 episodes every year, every week for like the last what 3, 4, 5 years. I've been doing this for 6 years. It'll be 6 years in September. Um, I got to 800 episodes. That shit sounds absolutely asinine, but it's true. So much I've been working. I've been putting in this work. I just been going, man. Um, and how ironic is this? That it's a wrestling life episode. How ironic is that, huh? And it's not WWE. This wrestling life episode is TNA Slammiversary. I am doing a rate and review show on something that is not WWE. About time. Uh, this PLE, well, this pay per view. I can finally say pay per view. Lord of mercy. This pay per view just went off the air, man. This was great. This was a great pay per view, man. I actually enjoyed this very, very much. I thought all the matches made sense. All the results were good and pretty fucking awesome. If you know how to do my rate review show, if this is your first time as a TNA fan watching me, I was thoroughly intrigued and I was very happy that I did actually tune in and I actually did watch this 100%. There was a match that I thought would be on the main card, but it was on I was on the pre-show. I wrote it down thinking it was gonna be on the main card, but it was on the pre-show. So I didn't really rate it because it was on the pre-show. So yeah, but shout out to the Ash by Elegance brand, uh, and the inspiration. It was a pretty good match. I just didn't rate the match because I thought it would be on the main card, so it wasn't. I do pre-show card matchups because it's just like it's very iffy. Once you do a pre-show card match, it's like, fans are not even really here. Fans are not really even there. They're followed into the building, so you really can't really do that. So yeah, I didn't do one. So yeah. Um, but anyway, um, yeah. So there was one, two, three, four, five, six, seven matches on the actual main card of TNA Slammiversary. Um, like I said, if you don't know how to do this, I rate each match from my least favorite to my most favorite. Uh, I give it, of course, 1 star, 5 stars. I rarely give 1 stars. It's damn near impossible to give a 1 star. Just show the fuck up. just have an actual fucking match. 1 star is like an injury or the match just didn't go as planned or something just was stupid or just haywire or something. So I really give 1 stars. But if I give a couple 5 stars, which I do have tonight, if there's a couple 5 star matches on this card, I definitely had to give some 5 stars out. Um, so yeah, man. Um, But if I have a couple 5-star matches, which I do, I will talk about each match individually, but give you my match of the night, which I thought was the best match of the card. So let's get into it. My least favorite match on Slammiversary. I gave this. I was gonna give it 3. I'm really gonna give it 2.5. And that was uh Blanchard, Tyrese. Oh my God, Tessa Blanchard versus Indy Hartwell. I gave this 2.5 stars. Um, I'll be honest, I gave it 2.5 stars mainly due to Tessa Blanchard. I felt like she really just worked the whole match. Like Indy Hartwell, not saying Indy is a bad wrestler. I just mm. She actually did better in NXT than she did in this match. I was waiting for her to kind of like, and I get it if this was the decision of, well, Tessa's smaller than Indy. That's how it's supposed to go. But the most intriguing part of this whole match was the ending, and I mean literally the ending angle where Tessa attacked the announcer. Like there was nothing intriguing about this match. I literally the crowd wasn't in it. It took for a really long time. I guess they were trying to get the crowd into it, but Tessa Blanchard can fucking go in the ring. I've seen this woman now a couple times wrestle. She could fucking go in the ring. If it wasn't for her past comments, all of that shit, I think she'd be in WWE right now. I really do believe that shit. I think if it wasn't for her past racist comments and how she moved back then, I truly believe she'd be in WWE right now. I think her and Charlotte will be tearing it up right now. Her and Stephanie, or her and Rhea, or her and Io, she would be in WWE right now. Shit, she might be the fucking TNA women. She might be the NXT Women's Champion right now. I don't think she'd be in NXT, but NXT would definitely that shit would she would absolutely kill in NXT. Because she carried Indy this whole match. There was no discussion needed for this. She carried Indy Hartwell the whole fucking match. Like you can clearly see that. Like I just yeah, Tessa carried her the entire fucking match. Like that shit was crazy. I'm sitting there like damn. Like I know Indy can kind of go, but like fucking hey, dude, Tessa is really out here giving her the best match she can give her, and Indy just is like it's not gelling. I don't know what the fuck it is. I watched Tessa and Jordan Grace have a title match a couple months ago. That shit was incredible. Like I'm like, no, that shit's good. This had none of that. It had none of that. Like I said, the best angle for this whole fucking thing was Tessa attacking the goddamn announcer at the end. That was the only thing that made this shit even somewhat digestible. I didn't even think Indy should have beat her. Like I'm just like, what was the point? Like I said, if it wasn't for her past comments, Tessa would be in WWE right now. Like let's be fucking 100. Like she would be in WWE right now. She would either be the NXT Women's Champion and she would have won the knockout side of the night, or she would have been on the main roster right the fuck now. Imagine her on SmackDown. Something they desperately need is somebody that can get the fuck, can get, at least get the heat on them or get over with the fans. They have none of that. Outside of Charlotte and Alexa, they have none of that. You barely have Julia on TV. Chelsea Green, and even that is kind of weighing a little bit. She could have easily got on WWE program and got fucking heat immediately. Those places that her in Texas this past weekend, like if they was in San Antonio this past Friday and she came out, oh my God, bro. Yeah, if yeah, I think if her past wasn't so sketchy, she'd be in WWE right now. And that's not a knock on TNA. I'm telling you, that's how good she is. That's not a knock on TNA. That just tells you how good she is. She carried Indy this whole fucking match. That shit's I was like, God damn, she carried this girl this whole fucking match. Like, Lord of mercy. Yeah, that's a girl in the fucking ring. That shit was crazy. I don't know. if WWE would even allow it, but I've seen some people with some sketchy ass passes go to WWE or go back to WWE and they went in the ring. All shit was forgiven after that. I won't say all shit was forgiven, but they could just go in the ring and it was just like, nah, man, they could fucking wrestle. They could fucking wrestle. And WWE will ill that backstage shit easily. But I gave it 2.5 stars. I just nah. it's just Indy just didn't do shit in this match. She didn't do shit in this match. She really didn't. The next match, I get it 4 stars, and I'm gonna keep it at 4 stars. And that is the System and Matt Cardona versus Dark State of NXT. I get it 4 stars. This may be the first match I've seen all 4 members of Dark State actually in the match together. Because they usually have done like 6-man tags. They haven't done an 4-on-4, 8-man tag where all 4 members of Dark State is actually in the match. But I thought this match was fun. It was a fun 8-man tag. I thought this was really dope. It's clear as day that the System is about to turn face, especially after what happened in the Moose match. It seems that the System is about to turn face. That's going to be pretty intriguing to see. Do they bring in Matt Cardona to kind of help them? Like, I don't know what's going on with this, but that's an interesting story to tell on Thursdays on TNA. That's going to be a very interesting story to tell. Um, I just thought that Myers would actually just leave Dark State. I mean, the System and join Matt Cardona. They were the edge heads back in the day, so I can see it. I can definitely see it. But this was cool. It was fun. I didn't put too much on it. I didn't really put too much on it. Um, I said literally last time I talked about NXT, I was like, what the fuck is Dark State? Because they came and went. Like they've been more now used on 10, which is good for them because they need you don't have you know the the start they had and then just fizzle the fuck out. This is kind of one thing about WWE that I do not like is that they kind of have these fucking factions and they don't know what to do with them. Dark State is one of those examples. On NXT, you could have done so many things with them. Could have gave them the NXT tag team titles. Imagine them having NXT tag team titles and cutting the promos with the fucking cameras and all this shit in like a former Shield promos and shit. If they would have had the NXT tag team titles, it would have been way more intriguing. I'm not saying I don't like Hank and Tank with the belts. It's just them titles have lost their luster since Faction dropped them, and that's just being honest. Um, so imagine if Dark State had them, that'd be dope. But the System, I am looking forward to seeing what they do with them. Moose seems like he's trying to face. The System seems like they're trying to face. Do they bring in Matt Cardona to make it official? I don't know what's the plan is. Are they going now after the TNA tag team titles? Does Moose go back after the TNA championship? I mean, if he's a face and Trick is a heel, you can sell it. I think how the ending of this match was also is going to be pretty intriguing to see. But I don't know also what Moose's contract is in TNA. I don't know how long he signed it. I know he signed one in like 2020, I think it was 2020, 21, 2020, 2021. I can see Moose going to WWE. I can see it. I mean, this would be way more interesting if he did somehow end up in WWE, and then he gives the reins to Matt Cardona to have the System. That'd be way more intriguing. And Moose ends up in WWE. He's already got a built-in story with Obafemi. Imagine him in NXT, him and Oba going one-on-one. Hell yeah, I would not mind that. So, uh, yeah, I thought this match was cool. It was fun. 4 stars. Next match, I gave it 4.5 stars. Off of the shock value, and I can't even say I was really that shocked because I saw where it was going. Um, and that's Marsha Slamovich versus JC Jane, title for title. 4.5 stars. Not surprised. Jessie Jane is now the TNA Knockouts Women's Champion and the NXT Women's Champion. I'm not surprised by this. I am not surprised by this. I don't know what you do with that. And this is why I thought maybe it would be like a fucked up finish or something where neither one loses the belt and it's just a disqualification and shit just went haywire. But that's not the case. It just they really just put the belt on JC Jane. I didn't understand that. I'm like, I don't understand why you would do. I get it, it's the partnership. I get it. TNA's gonna get theirs in the end. They're gonna get the belt back. They're gonna get their belts back. But it's just like if Blake Monroe is the finish line for JC Jane as the NXT Women's Championship, which is clearly the direction you're going, how long is JC Jane gonna actually have the NXT title? I mean, the TNA Knockouts Championship. I don't know how long she's actually physically going to have it. With that being said, who is the woman you put it on? I'm assuming Marsha's going to get that shit back in a month. I don't see JC Jane having a long, not like Trick. TNA has nobody. They're trying to build Mike Santana as the sympathetic face. And when he gets it, he's going to represent TNA to the fullest. That is the plan. Okay, I get that. But with TNA in the knockout women's division, Marsha is the only one that makes sense. Or is it Indy Hartwell? Is Indy Hartwell the decision? She beats JC Jane. She takes the belt from her, and now she's the more sympathetic face. I don't like that decision. I don't like that at all. I think it needs to go back to Marsha. I don't understand that. That would be very stupid. Marsha Slamovich deserves to be the Knockouts Women's Champion. She beat Jordan Grace. She's the one that has carried the brand a little bit. She didn't have a real full-fledged run of the title. I mean, she just literally won the fucking belt from JC Jordan Grace. What? Jordan Grace appeared in NXT, WWE in January. So she beat Marsha. So Marsha beat her what? In like December? Yeah, December. I think she beat her like in December. I guess that's a long enough run. I guess, but even in that sense, it's like no. Jordan Grace appeared in February because the Royal Rumble was in February. So she ended her contract in like January, and it's July. Yeah, that's a weird fucking timeline. Anyway, I knew JC Jane was gonna win it. I knew she was. I just don't see how long she has the belt. But they're trying to build JC Jane as like this. Nobody believes in me, so I'm gonna prove you all wrong. Shit, and it's like that shit is wearing out. Like you won a title, you beat Stephanie, you beat Jordan, and now you just beat Marsha, and now you hold two belts. You're not an underdog. You're not the most unbeatable. You're not the most beatable champion. Like that's stupid for people to still sit there and say that shit. You're not the most beatable champion. You got two fucking belts. How the fuck are you the most beatable champion? That's stupid. This is very stupid. I hope they kill that dumbass thing they keep trying to say is she's the most beatable champion. Shut the fuck up. No, she's not. She got fucking two belts. How the fuck is she the most beatable champion? That doesn't make any fucking logical sense. Like, and she's good in the fucking ring. She could fucking go in the ring. It's not like she's bad. It's like she could fucking wrestle. Like that is the stupidest shit. And I get it. You're trying to push this narrative of like nobody thought she would ever win, and that's 100% true. Nobody thought she would be Stephanie. Who the fuck thought she would be Stephanie McCurry? Who the fuck thought that? No one thought that. But this she nobody thinks she can ever like get the fuck out of here. Are you stupid? We're watching this shit. She's good in the ring. She can fucking go. What the fuck are you talking about? Like I don't understand that dumbass that shit. That shit is so stupid. I don't understand it. It's so stupid. I hate that fucking narrative. Like that is the dumbest narrative I've heard. She's the most beatable champion. Who the fuck is saying that? Like I'm sorry. Who the fuck is saying that? Like oh my god, I don't understand that. She literally has two titles. One of them ain't even on the brand that she's actually currently on. She's not even in the company, and she has two titles. The fuck are you talking about? I had that shit. It's so stupid. Yeah, I just feel like Marshall's gonna get that shit back. I can see it in a month. I see JC Jane holding that bitch for a month. I think until Blake Monroe finish her rivalry with um Jordan Grace, which I'm assuming needs to end by September because Jordan Grace needs to be drafted to to Raw, SmackDown, get that shit over with. Let's move the fuck on with this. Um, get her the fuck off of NXT and move her to Raw, SmackDown. I can see her being if they do the draft. I can see her being moved. I don't see I don't see her holding that belt for too fucking long. I just don't. I think, and I know people gonna sit there and say, "Well, y'all probably said that about her with the NXT." No, because you still have to build Blake Monroe up. I don't see how JC Jane keeps that belt, the TNA Women's Knockouts Championship, that fucking long. I just don't see it. It will be a detriment to TNA. Not like the Trick Williams shit, because the Trick Williams shit, you actually have a storyline that you're trying to tell, which is Mike Santana is this conquering hero. And yes, even though he's coming from a different place, he's the new era of TNA. He's the new guy. Joe Hendry is the past. Joe Hendry's also about to go to WWE. So why the fuck are we gonna keep trying to push Joe Hendry? Yeah, Joe Hendry's cool, he's good, but he's out the door. Mike Santana is the next guy that's gonna take the title and move it up until he deports TNA and goes to WWE, and then it's gonna be Leon Slater. So yeah, 5 stars. So I got one, two, three, four, 5-star matches. So let's start it off with this. It is the aforementioned TNA World Heavyweight Championship match, which was Trick Williams versus Joe Hendry versus Mike Santana. It is 5 stars. I like the ending. The ending was funny as shit. Trick Williams played like he was hurt until Mike Santana spun the block 2 times on Joe Hendry. And then magically he just is not hurt anymore. He jumps in the ring, steals the pin from Mike Santana, and wins the belt. Clearly, we know what the hell's going to happen. Mike Santana is going to eventually get his title shot against Trick Williams again. He's going to beat Joe Hendry this Thursday on TNA because they have already announced their match. It's clearly going to probably be for a number one contendership. I can easily see Mike Santana beating Joe Hendry. Mike Santana beats Joe Hendry. You move on. You put him against. You move that on. You move that situation on, and then we see what happens next. But for me personally, I think it'd be a perfect idea for Mike to beat Trick Williams. Now I don't know when you do this because it's clear as day that you're trying to hold off on Mike taking the belt from Trick. I don't know why though, and that's kind of where the problem kicks in. I don't know why you're waiting this long to pull the trigger. Now it's actually creating a story, and it's a good story, which is Mike Santana is going to be the conquering hero. He's going to take the belt back for TNA. He's the new guy. He's the new face. It's a great story to tell. It's just how much longer can you hold off before people get to the point where they're now just fucking done with the story. I'm trying to wait. Like I said, at some point Trigger's going to have to defend that belt in TNA against another guy, and is it Moose? Do you do a title for title like you just did with the women and give the belt and have Oba and Trick? Because clearly that's another thing that somebody isn't really paying attention to, which is Trick and Oba Femi can definitely go title for title. They're both in the same company. They're both on the same brand. Why would it not be that way? I think it'd be an intriguing situation to have. And clearly, if Oba beats Trick, now you have a conversation. Now it's a real like, oh shit, here we go. Here we go. Mike Santana versus Oba Femi, and plus on top of that, you give Oba Femi something he hasn't had: competition. He goes into a storyline that's already made, already built, and all you got to do is just show the fuck up and do it. It would be perfect. If that's the story that's actually going into it, and Mike Santana is the one that beats Oba Femi, not Trick, that's it. That's an intriguing story to tell. I actually like that. I actually think that'd be way better. What if it's Trick and Oba? What if it's Trick and Oba? I mean, and it's title for title. Oba beats Trick. He becomes the exhibit. He becomes the TNA champion, and Mike beats Oba. Why not? I wouldn't mind it. You got Heat Wave coming up, which will be in the same place that Bound for Glory is going to be in. So they're literally doing it in the same place. I think Heat Wave is going to be August 24th. I don't remember when they say Bound for Glory. Bound for Glory is usually in like October. So yeah, I don't see that being that long. I can see easily Oba. I can see Trick dropping the belt before then. But if that is the story, Trick Williams gets a little bit too big for his bridges. Like, you know what? I'm the best champion on any brand, on any company. I could beat Oba. And he talks himself into a title match with Oba, and Oba beats him. But this has definitely got Trick over as a heel. I'd say that much. But yeah, I don't know what you do with Joe Hendry. Joe Hendry, like I said, I think he loses Thursday to Mike Santana, which would make all the sense in the world. Well, Mike Santana goes off and fights Trick at some point and beats Trick. I wouldn't mind that. I think that'd be a pretty good thing. I think this match was awesome. This match is actually really good. It was really good. You got a chance to really see Mike Santana, like really work. Joe Hendry looked good in this match. He didn't really have to do too much. He looked good in this match. Trick, as much as I've questioned Trick's wrestling ability sometimes, he looked good in this match. He looks good in triple threat matches. When it's one on one, miss me with that shit. But like he's in triple threat matches, he looks good. So yeah, 5 stars. Next 5 star match. It is the Nimitz, Nick and Ryan Nimitz versus first class versus the Rascals versus the Hardys. Get it 5 stars. Ladder match for the 4-way ladder match for the TNA World Tag Team titles. Get it 5 stars. Um, First class and the Rascals were just in it to just enhance the ladder match, just to boost up the ladder match. Outside of that, they didn't. They were literally just guys that were just there to just take the bumps. That's literally what the fuck they were there for. AJ Francis took a bump tonight off that. Oh my god, he fell onto that ladder onto the floor. Whew, shit. I hope he has kids already, because if he don't have kids, he ain't getting them bitches no time soon. Like he ain't getting them kids no time soon. Oh my god, man, that shit was bad. I'm like, oh my god, dude, like, bro, you could have planned that shit better. Like, oh my, this man leg like got caught in the right, and he felt it. I'm like, oh my god. I know his tag team partner was coming in with the messed up knee, uh, and I'm like, oh shit, but he was fucked up. He was limping, and all that. I was like, ooh, this ain't good. Um, but the match all in all was good, man. I thought this was great. The Jeff Hardy has as many ladder matches as Jeff Hardy has been in. I would have thought that he would have gotten creative at some point with this shit. This man Looney Tune the shit out. Like Looney Tune the shit out the match. I don't know how he got this ladder. Like he got the ladder in the ceiling, but he got the ladder to come. He got the ladder to come down from the ceiling, and all they had to do was just climb the ladder and get to the top. I was like, this is the most Looney Tune shit I've ever seen in wrestling. This is the most James Bond fucking Looney Tune cartoon network shit I ever seen in wrestling. But it was pretty fucking genius. I'm like, bro, it's Jeff Hardy, bro. It's Jeff. I was like, about fucking time, bro. Like, at some point, Jeff Hardy, as many fucking ladder matches you've been in, I don't know why you haven't done that. Like, I was like, why he hasn't done that? I have no clue. But that was the most brilliant shit I've seen in some years. That shit was funny and brilliant in one. I was like, that's some crazy shit to do. But that was top tier. Using your goddamn brain, man. All them ladders were destroyed, so it made sense to just do some Looney Tune shit, I guess. And then after the match, Billy Ray comes out and says, "We need to run it back one last time. Team Team 3D, the Dudley Boys versus the Hardys at Bound for Glory." I knew this was leading to that. I knew this was leading to that. Once the Hardys said that they were putting pretty much their careers on the line, they didn't win the titles. I knew it was leading to that at some point. That the Dudleys and the Hardys were gonna go 1-on-1 one more time. I don't know how Devon. Well, it's very easy to get Devon in that title situation and getting him back in. But he hasn't wrestled in a very long fucking time. Like, so I don't know how it's going to be for him. I'm looking forward to seeing how that match is going to go. I do not know how that match is going to go. I have no clue. I'm gonna be 100% honest. I have not a single idea on how that match is going to look. I hope it's more. How can I say this? I hope it's more. Shit, I can't even think of an old. I can't even think of two old tag teams. I can't even think of it right now, man. Because if I think, because I'm like, I'm trying to think of one, and I'm like, I don't have one. But the one I do have is like, I hope it's not like DX and fucking Brothers of Destruction. Like, I hope it's not like DX and Brothers of Destruction, where it's like it's just four old dudes trying to just do something to like have people just have people watch the shit. It's like I don't want that. Unlike the Brothers of Destruction, who had never been in the ring together, the Dudleys and the Hardys have been in the ring together multiple times. I don't remember the last time they actually wrestled each other, and that's kind of where the problem kicks in. These, I just hope and pray everybody comes out in one piece. that's that's all I can hope and pray. But this ladder match was awesome. It was dope. AJ Francis, despite the not having kids spot, the not having kids spot, he did a backflip off of a ladder. I was like, yo, who the fuck? Yo, where the fuck is this? Where is he? Where the fuck did this come from? Like, he hit a backflip off of a ladder. I'm like, where the fuck did that come from? Yeah, he was like, you go. He was like, I'm tired of y'all clowning me for shit. I couldn't do it WWE. So yeah, he hit a backflip off a ladder. I thought that was pretty dope. But yeah, all right, two 5-star matches left. So let's get into it, man. The next 5-star match is Mustafa Ali versus Cedric Alexander. This is a 5-star match, and it's kicked off Slammiversary. This shit was good. Somebody on social media said this was better than that WrestleMania match at WrestleMania 35. Oh, 34. Sorry, WrestleMania 34, which was on the pre-show, by the way. Fucking Vince McMahon. Um, I don't know, and I'm gonna tell you why I say I don't know, because they had spots in that match that they didn't do in this one. Like, they had some spots in that match, like the Spanish Fly. Oh, that shit was crazy. That Spanish Fly that Mustafa hit on Cedric in that match, boy, that shit was crazy. That you saw that shit, and I was like, ooh, shit. There were spots in that match that they didn't do tonight, but there were spots in this match that they damn sure didn't do in that match. And so I can't really compare both. I can't really sit here and say one is better than the other, because I just can't say that. What I can say is these two motherfuckers make sense. like I've been talking about wrestling chemistry and all of this shit for the last, wrestling soulmates and shit like that. They might be wrestling soulmates because they just make sense. They make fucking sense. The WrestleMania 34 match was awesome. Tonight was awesome. It just makes sense. They make sense. I don't know what it is, but they make sense. Put the X Division Championship on the line with Leon Slater and these two, you might have the match of the fucking year. Like I'm like, I already visioned it. I'm like, if these three are in the ring, holy shit. Like, I'm like, holy shit. I thought this match was amazing. It was incredible. The lumbar check to the young lady. Oh my god, kind of shades of Candice LeRae taking a lumbar check, like the video that everybody sees sometimes that pop up on wrestling feeds here and there. That shit was crazy. This match was incredible. I loved it. I thought it, like I said, I can't really compare it to WrestleMania 34 because I just physically can't do that. There were two different men at the time. Like they were younger. They were younger. They were just trying to show up and show out on that card. They were at WrestleMania. Like it was a different fucking building. It was a different fucking company. It was a different fucking time. This match was completely different. They went out there, they knew who they were, they knew how to wrestle, they knew what they were trying to accomplish. Wiser, smarter, knew what they were trying to do. I just love this match. I thought it was amazing, and it's 5 stars. But it's just not the match of the night. And the match of the night is Moose versus Leon Slater for the TNA X Division Championship. This is 5 stars. This shit reminded me of the old. Okay, let me take that back. This reminded me of the X Division I watched when I was a kid. I'm not gonna say like it reminded me of the old X Division. No, it reminded me of a time when the TNA X Division, the TNA X Division championship match, everything was just like the key component of the show. It made sense. It was the match. It was everybody's favorite match. This is one of those times. Moose being as good and athletic as a big man as he is, reminded me of like a Samoa Joe. I'm not saying he is Samoa Joe, but he reminds me of a Samoa Joe in the senses of the X Division, where he can do a lot of shit, but he's not what you would think of as an X Division wrestler or a cruiserweight wrestler. He's way bigger. He's way more athletic. He's six something, and 300 some pounds, moving like that. That shit is crazy. Leon Slater is 20 years old. That man is the goddamn future. And I totally agree with whoever posted that shit on social media. And after that match, and they said, I think enough time has passed. We can finally admit that we need to see Leon Slater and Javon Evans in a match. And I am 100%. If I have never ever wanted to see a match more, I want to see that one. That shit would be the most athletic. Get your camera phones ready. Get your shit out. Like, record this match in modern history. Like, that is what that shit would be. It would be like, wow, damn. Did you see that? I thought this match was incredible. I love the Swanton bomb for damn near across the ring and then hitting the Swanton 450, which is fucking phenomenal to see. That shit is. I don't know how that boy created that move, but bravo to you, my nigga. I have no idea how he created that fucking move. That shit is to take one move that's already difficult, and then you do another one that's kind of difficult if you don't know how to land it right. To swan time and then to flip up and swan try to swan and to turn it into a 450 is just fucking beyond me. I have no idea how you do that. Like, that is fucking beyond me. But that was an incredible match. I cannot sit here and lie. Like, that was fucking good. Shout out to Moose. Shout out to Leon Slater. And then to see AJ Styles at the end of it. The man that literally defined the X Division. The man that made the X Division the most watched shit on TV at some points. I still to this day say there has never been a match that I've watched more or loved more in my life than seeing AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, and Christopher Daniels for the X Division Championship. That triple threat match is one of the greatest fucking fuck TNA, fuck just WWE, fuck that shit. Just one of the greatest fucking matches, wrestling matches you will ever see. It's just fucking phenomenal. It's fucking phenomenal. It's literally fucking phenomenal. So yeah, man. All in all, man, Slammiversary was good. It was good, man. It was good. Like everybody was saying on social media, and it's 100% true. we were actually anticipating this shit more than anything we've seen on wrestling all year. The fact that certain people probably don't even watch TNA like that, but was hearing about Slammiversary tells you that wrestling is going into a good place. We just got to get these other promotions to stop trying to just torpedo each other. It's like, no, if you could just let them be them, you be you, and they be there, and they are also doing what they want to do and doing what they need to do, we would have wrestling at such an amazing peak right now. But because certain people are trying to torpedo each other and media coverage is trying to pick sides and divide shit, wrestling fans just want to see wrestling, bro. I don't give a fuck how it was. Like I said, this is the first one I've done. This is the first Wrestling Life rating review show that isn't NXT or WWE. That isn't just WWE. And I had as much fun watching TNA like I was a kid again. Like this is what I used to watch. I used to watch TNA as a kid, bro. When they used to be, I'm not like talking about like when they were on Spike TV. No, I'm talking about when they was on FS1. That now is FS1, but it was Fox Sports Net. I used to watch that shit whenever that shit used to be on Fox Sports Net. It used to come on like on Thursdays at the afternoons in summertime. So you used to watch it on Fox Sports Net at like 3 o'clock or some shit. Whenever it used to come on, I used to watch it. And then when it moved to Spike, it was great. But it used to be, and people remember this. If you remember this, how TNA used to come on, it used to be the best damn sports show, period. And then it used to be TNA. So that's how I grew up on TNA. I grew up on an 8-sided ring. I watched TNA when I was a kid. Like I remember when LAX first came out. I remember when Coleman used to be with LAX. I remember when AJ Styles used to come out in Team Canada and like Petey Williams when Petey Williams used to hit the Canadian Destroyer, and there was some shit I ain't never seen. I ain't never seen a Canadian Destroyer until Petey Williams. When he hit that shit, and he used to hit that shit like it ain't like it is now where you gotta like set it up and then you stop and then you hit it. He used to hit that shit in like midair. Like he used to run off the ropes and catch you and then hit it. And you just be sitting like, what the fuck was that? Like, yeah, like you should just sit, what the fuck was that? That is the type of shit I grew up on that shit, man. I grew up on that, man. And so watching TNA tonight and feeling like, damn, like I love this. This is pretty fucking fun. This is wrestling. I miss that. I miss that. I miss all of us wanting to actually see companies do good. I miss people actually being excited to watch wrestling. And it didn't matter what promotion you loved or what wrestler was over. Uh, you watched this shit because you just wanted to see what was happening, what was going on. I enjoyed this shit. I enjoyed this shit a lot because even though my expectations and my hype and my sense of hype for this was very through the roof, I gave it a chance to deliver, and it did. It did. I've only had really one bad match, and it was only because the other person I felt like just didn't really participate as much as the other one did. But this was a great fucking event. This was a great event. Yes, AJ being back was awesome, and Team 3D coming was, Billy Ray saying, we're gonna run his back one more time. Awesome, great, whoop de fucking do. But I was actually anticipating this card before the shit even got to this point. I was like, nah, this is gonna be pretty dope. So I loved this pay per view. I thought it was awesome. My next Wrestling Life review show will be SummerSlam, and that's in a couple of weeks. So I'll be talking about SummerSlam. But until then, I'll see you guys this week. Wrestling Life, probably go more into TNA, probably talk about some NXT, WWE, of course AEW, all that. Man, I'm talking about all that. Until next time, man, I am BrandonJaneau. This is Wrestling Life. This was TNA Slammiversary Rating Review Show, my 800th episode on my podcast, BrandonJaneauShow. Until next time, peace.